You're so dark. I'm sitting here whiter than white.
Hi, I'm Danielle.
Who are you?
I'm her mom.
Grandma? To be?
Something like that.
What are you then?
Yeah. Aunt's Danielle, yeah.
She's in denial that she's old.
I'm not old. Thank you.
Okay, so I thought it would be interesting to talk to her about her thoughts on me being pregnant at 17. I wanted to do an introduction video for her, but I'm kind of running out of time to film pregnancy-related videos. How did I even tell you? Well, I had brought up that I missed my period, but hadn't thought anything of it.
Yeah, I think you told me that over the phone.
Well, it was like Christmas time when I missed my period, but I hadn't thought anything of it because me being paranoid about being pregnant is nothing new. Before I even was doing anything, I would think I was like pregnant by an alien or something. Missed my period and I'd be like, I'm dying, so, you know, just prepare for my funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any suspicion around the time when I said that I missed my period that I was pregnant, or did you just not think anything of it either?
I didn't really think anything of it.
So I was like pretty sick towards the end of the year, like going into the new year, which was totally fun.
You always get sick though.
Yeah, so I guess it really wasn't.
I didn't really think anything of it.
Right, kind of like me missing my period. I told you that I was going to take it or something.
Yeah, I think so.
And then I'd already taken it though, and I already knew the results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, are you sure? And you sent me a picture of like, I don't know, 10 of them that you did.
All coming out positive.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just like the line ones where she could be like, well, I mean, maybe that's not a lot. No. There was a couple of those, but most of them were like the digital ones where it says that, like, you're pregnant. That's how she found out she was going to be a grandma. Although I feel like a lot of teen parents' first reaction is like adoption or abortion, but that was not yours at all. You were like,
Oh no.
I haven't really said my story of like prior to actually like being pregnant, like anything before that. And I feel like that plays a role into your reaction and everything too.
Mm-mm.
Like the fact that I've always wanted to be a mom, and just like after the whole like miscarriage situation, that like how much I struggled with that, I feel like, I don't know, I guess like neither one of us would have thought that that would have been an option for me, because like
Right.
I wanted to be a mom so bad. Maybe not at the time, but you know. What was your initial thoughts like about it? So obviously you weren't like, we need to get rid of this baby. And you actually seemed kind of like excited about it. Maybe like you'd already accepted it. I was here, so here is like 3 hours away from her at the time, and I had been gone for like a month or so.
Yeah, you were supposed to just be up here visiting for a month, as I recall.
Yeah, and then I was gonna come back home, but then the whole, you know, being pregnant thing happened, so.
Well, not just that, but also the school getting shut down.
Oh.
That was another reason why you had to stay up here. That was the main reason you stayed up here, was because of the school.
Actually, that was the only reason. So I would have just switched to a doctor there. Granted, I'm glad I didn't, because I probably wouldn't have liked him as much as I like my midwife. Did you think the baby was his? Like, did you know it was his?
I figured.
Because who else's would it be?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, but like, I just figured I'd ask, like, if you had any doubts or anything, but I guess no, not really, because I don't like anybody. Did you have any thoughts on like how other people would react?
Oh, I figured Mama and Papa would be mad at you.
And yet, that wasn't the case either.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't expect that.
I didn't either. I'll be honest, I thought they were going to actually kill me.
Me too. I said, I'm glad it's you and not me. That's what I said.
Yeah, she just wants me to take the blame for stuff. But she's like, yeah, better you be pregnant than me. She wanted another baby in her life. She just didn't want to have it herself or have to take care of it. So, I mean, see? More so, she just wanted more family. So.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on how I was going to do as, like, becoming a mom and, like, if I was going to be like other teens, or
I really didn't have time to think about it. I was too busy working.
how did you think I was going to handle being pregnant and in school? Well, I guess this is also around the time that my school shut down, so that I was going to. I'm graduated now.
I just said I was glad you were already doing online school. I didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
But I thought starting college would be a little bit soon.
Yeah. I think irrelevant to being pregnant. I don't think I was entirely ready for college. You know what I mean? Because I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was going to be going to like a $40,000 a year college. Now I'm not. That wasn't the plans recently. I didn't even mention that in any of my videos, but before I got pregnant, that was the plan. And so I think we're all kind of glad that didn't end up happening. That sounds crazy for how much it is, but I was hoping that I would get like financial aid help and stuff like that, and I realized with going through the college process the way I did that I would not have gotten like anything, and it would have been pretty close to $40,000 a year no matter what for this school. So I think most people were like glad that it was Lee's versus anybody else's. There wasn't a chance it was anybody else's, just to throw that out there. I feel like it was kind of expected too.
I wasn't expecting that.
Really? I think everyone else was.
I was not.
I don't know. I feel like...
I don't think Mama was either.
Really? Okay, apparently everyone else that wasn't related to me, like, didn't expect it. So she's known, like, everything, because I tell her everything, like, overly share. We have a very close relationship. When she was talking about the whole, like, joking about being an aunt instead of grandma, it's because we kind of are like sisters, but it's not really like that. Obviously, there's a line that has to be drawn with that. This isn't exactly relevant to pregnancy, but how did you feel about the whole, like, me and Lee situation at first? Like, the age difference and, like, throughout the relationship? Like, what was your different thoughts on that?
Initially, I didn't think it was a good idea, but then it was okay.
I feel like it's just because, like, he's so different and so am I. At first, yeah, the age difference was, like, not okay on both of our parts, but here we are! So what did you think as, like, time went on? I think he's the only guy that's been in my life that you've ever, like, thoroughly liked.
Probably.
Not that you disliked the others, but just you enjoyed being around him more. Felt more like family. Plus, we entertain her. We kind of fight like a married couple.
Yeah, I laugh at you.
It's like a reality show in her home.
Yes, she should have this taping while real life is going on.
Real life? Is this fake life?
Well, you know what I mean.
I find him entertaining too. Like, fun to be around because, like, amusement parks and the different haunted things. Like, the haunted things. So, I'm a big baby when it comes to them, and he can joke in a way that makes it look fun. Well, and then I'm a baby about it, and then I get grouchy about it.
Very.
I am human. What did you expect, like, from my pregnancy? What?
I was just thinking about how they have bridezillas. You're like the pregnant Zilla.
I feel like I'm really not that bad at being pregnant, though. I feel like I'm just like a Zilla all the time.
You're always one.
Yeah. Not like a bride, not like just being pregnant.
Catzilla.
Yeah. That's accurate.
Yeah.
How did you expect my pregnancy to be compared to how yours was?
I figured that yours would be a lot different because you're more into it than I was.
I'm more into it?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
You're happier about it than I was. I wasn't really happy.
She wasn't happy I existed.
I had to wear those braces on my arms because I had that carpal tunnel issue the whole time I was pregnant with you.
Okay, so I have not a very good examples as far as pregnancy. Because my grandma's was like polar opposite from hers, but they both were absolutely horrible. Same with like delivery and everything. Like horrible experiences. And
the delivery was pretty easy.
You had to hold me in.
I know.
My grandma couldn't get you out.
On the helicopter, I had to hold you in.
Yeah, so like, you didn't want to come out, and I was like, I'm coming out. And when she's like, I'm just chilling in there. Are you ready for grandma life?
No.
How different do you think it's going to be than like, not grandma life?
I really don't know.
I feel like you're not going to feel like a grandma.
I don't know what a grandma's supposed to feel like, really.
What's a mom supposed to feel like? Do you feel like a mom? So what did you think the baby was going to be? Like gender?
Girl. I was kind of hoping for a boy since you're a girl, but I don't know how I would do with a boy.
Yeah, especially for my first, you know?
Like, yeah, boy.
Right? I know, I was recently wanting a son, like not her to be a son, but like to have like a boy later on, and then I thought about the fact that I have no idea, like the original reason I wanted a girl, I have no idea what to do with a baby boy. Like what is this? Girl, I got the general idea. What about the name situation? How do you feel about the fact that we cannot come up with a name for her?
I like the name you had originally, that's what I think.
What about the fact that all the mess ups though? Do you wish you would have named me something different?
No.
Or like
No.
name me just
No.
Cat?
No.
What regrets do you have from when I was a baby that I should avoid?
Well, the problem is you were premature, so I had to handle you differently than a normal baby.
So is there any advice you have for me as like, no, you never have advice. She does not give advice. She's like, she won't.
Just on certain topics, that's it.
She'll give advice on food, like healthy food, you know. She'll give advice on working out. The 700 different fields that she has experience in as far as career. But when it comes to actual life things like being a mom, college, anything like that that can affect your life besides career, she won't give you advice on. Why is that? Like, what? I have my own theory, but like, why is it that like you don't give relationship advice or education advice or?
Because I can't ever have a decent relationship, so.
Because you can't figure it out yourself. So like giving advice,
I guess, yeah.
You wouldn't know what to give.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Azella?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, we've talked about how you feel about Lee, how you feel about me, how you feel about the baby. What about Azella? The biggest baby.
Well, I didn't really want a dog, but she is becoming my dog, so. She likes me better.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm allergic to everything, and she doesn't really bother me like other animals.
Right? Even other chihuahuas will bother me, but she doesn't bother me. How would you explain our relationship?
Ours?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Weird?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I feel like anyone that's ever given you parenting advice, it's
That
gonna work.
doesn't work with you.
It's-
I've read all the books. I've tried every theory, and none of them worked.
I mean, at this point now, it's like...
No, but when you were younger, it
Yeah.
didn't work. And your grandparents were no help with that, because anything I would try to do, they would undo.
Well, I think a lot of it is, it's not just it didn't work for me, but it really didn't work for you.
Well, the way my work schedule was, too, a lot of the stuff that they said to do, I wasn't home to do.
Yeah. Well, that and it was just you. So, like, how are you gonna...
I had
kinda like grounding...
no backup.
Kind of like grounding me. It'd be like, you're grounded. You're not home.
You're not allowed to go to school today with the babysitter after school, sorry.
Yeah. Wow, what a punishment. How everyone used to say that, like, I was like a mini you and a mini adult. And as far as me being different, that's kind of just a general idea of it. It's very hard to explain, though. I don't know how else to explain it other than I'd come off as mean, but it wasn't that I was trying to be mean, and I didn't understand that I was being mean either.
We would tell you were being mean.
But I thought they were being mean.
And you would get mad at us for telling you you were being mean.
Yeah, because I didn't understand that I didn't think I was being mean. I thought I was being realistic. Which, if you think about it in like now, where I'm at in life now, I really was being realistic. But to another kid, you're not being realistic because they're a kid too. I was very much so, like everyone used to say when I would fight with my friends, that like we're both alpha personalities. I was like more than alpha though. I'm talking about like me being different and stuff, like trying to explain that better.
You relate with older people better than kids.
Even though it was completely, I was like not even close to actually being able to understand.
Okay, well when they had you take all those tests in school, you were in the top 3% in the country for your cognitive thinking. So you think differently than a kid your age.
I think differently than a lot of adults.
Well, you think differently in general.
Yeah.
But there's no way to really like explain other than you just do. It's shown through testing that you do.
Yeah, we talked about this the other day because you were saying how you think science better than English, and I said that I have parts of every subject that I like, but I kind of suck at all of them. Like, I do good in them, but I kind of also don't understand them and suck at them at the same time. Every subject. So it's not like, most people do have some sort of subject, even like art or something, that they lean towards. They have some sort of area in life that they lean towards. I don't.
Mine, I think, is science and engineering, really. The engineering. I always have to know every detail about how something works and why.
Right. Whereas me, I'm like a little bit of everything, and I kind of just have the overall thinking.
Which is the cognitive.
Yeah, and so the only way to explain it is that I have abilities in like every area, every subject, but I don't have any subject or any like area in life that it's specific towards.
Really a way to explain it better.
Yeah. I guess like a lot of people say I'm more mature for my age, and I think it's just because I have that weirder understanding. Growing up, what did you think that I was going to be like when I got older?
Oh, I mean, I just like assume that you're gonna, well, you're smart and you're gonna do good. Like whatever it is that you decide you like to do, that you'll.
Once I finally decide on something.
Yeah.
It might take years.
I'm not like worried about it.
That kind of brings up a good question. So, like, were you ever worried that I was going to have any serious issues, like, with going into being an adult? I guess probably not, because I was more of an adult when I was younger. It's more the opposite. It was more of a worry that I couldn't be a kid. Ever.
Yeah, that was more so trying to get you to act more like a kid.
I just really didn't want to be a kid. Like, I have never wanted to be a kid. I hated it.
No, you've always wanted to be the adult.
Yeah. Because at least you never had to worry that I wasn't going to be able to be an adult. Where I feel like a lot of parents are like, man, when is my kid gonna grow up? It was like, can you not grow up?
Yeah.
Or can you, like, stop growing up? Because, I don't know, I just feel like even when I was, like, a baby, I didn't want to be a baby. And I feel like it's common for, like, teens to be that way, like, to want to grow up quick. But it wasn't like that for me. It was just that I never was at where I should be with my age. I feel like I had communication issues, like, socializing issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why, because you guys did more than most people do to prevent that. Like, with the different things I was involved in and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was just that I was different. Did it worry you that I was going to have issues, like, as an adult with the fact that...
Communicating? Like
Yeah.
Getting along with people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you, like, stop worrying about it?
Well, I'm still not sure that you get along with people.
No, but, like, now that you've seen me, like... I don't have a comment because I don't know how to respond to that. You right. Like, would you have rather me have been more like a normal kid? Or are you glad that I was the way I was?
I was probably glad you were the way you were. A lot of the normal kids, I didn't care for how they acted.
What was your thoughts on me being like homeschooled?
I thought it was a good idea with me traveling. I got sick of the drama at school. I was glad you were doing homeschool.
Yeah, I know a lot of people will say like school wasn't really their thing for one reason or another, but like for me it wasn't even the school. It was just a lot of chaos. It was more like the school systems more than anything, you know? I feel like you hated every school that I went to.
I feel like I did too.
If there was one thing you were certain about with me growing up, what was it? I thought you were going to say about me being a mom. I've always talked about wanting to be a mom. Like growing up, I was like, oh, I'd be like you. I'd be a single mom.
Yeah, you did say you wanted to be a single mom. I'm not sure why.
Do you remember the reasons I used to say?
I don't remember at the moment. I'm tired.
What was my views on males?
Oh, well, you don't like guys.
But I don't like girls either, so it's not like that. I was just like, they'll get in my way. Even when most people are like, oh, I'd never want kids. You know, like at the different ages where, like, that's normal for people to say. I was the one that would be like, well, I want to be a mom.
Yeah.
Which I feel like was probably weird to them, but I think out of all the crazy things that I've said, that was the only thing that would stay consistent. There's never a specific job or anything that I think, or even a hobby or anything, any interest that ever stayed consistent besides me wanting to be a mom. When did I start singing? Oh, I think I've always sang.
Yeah.
Because like
as long as I can remember.
As long as I could sing, I'd probably been singing. Did you think I was going to end up going anywhere with that?
I really didn't know, because, I mean, we did have the agency and stuff. I did think that potentially with auditions.
Did you ever think I was going to go anywhere with acting? Out of the acting, modeling, and singing, what did you think I would go somewhere with?
Well, probably more so the singing.
A lot of the modeling you're not going to go too far with if you don't fit those standards.
Well, there's different types of models. So it just
That's
depends.
true, yeah. I feel like I just wasn't very
Everybody
passionate.
thinks high fashion, but that's not the only type of modeling there is. There's
That's
lots
true.
of types.
But I mean, for the traditional type of modeling, like high fashion. Which is ironic, because I feel like there's more people that don't fit that standard than ones that do. So it's ironic that, like, not that there's anything wrong with anybody, they're just different sizes. So I feel like it's weird that there's only, like, with the high fashion, a specific standard.
That is true. I don't know why it's like that.
Yeah. What about dancing? Probably not. I feel like I'd be the least out of all of those.
Yeah.
Because even though I liked dancing, it wasn't like I was like crazy good at it or anything. Not that I was crazy good at anything I was doing, but it's kind of brings us back to the point where I like dabbled in everything. Which I guess you kind of do that too. It's just I have that weird thinking. What?
You have that weird thinking, I don't.
Yeah, you're just normal smart. You're not the weird smart. Darn. I think that's gotten you further than what my weird smart's gotten me. What are your thoughts on the fact that you're going to be in the labor and delivery room? I don't think I ever gave you an option. I think I just told you.
I don't think you gave me an option either.
I think everyone else I gave them an option, but you, I was like, hey, you're stuck. What's your thoughts on it? Like,
oh, I figure when the time comes, you'll decide if you actually want me in there or not. And then if not, you'll be like, get out.
what's your thoughts on being in there? You don't really care. I think either way.
I mean, it'll be alright. Oh. All depends on how you act.
Did you think you were going to be in a labor and delivery room? Like,
No.
you didn't think I'd want you in there?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I mean, like, be there, but, like, in the hall or something.
You can stay in the bathroom, I guess. Once you found out I was pregnant, like, was there anything you were scared about? Or concerned about?
I don't know how you'd handle it with being young.
Explain that more in depth.
Well, like, I don't know, the changes that you have in your body and pain and, like,
Oh, like,
like,
did you think it was going to affect my self-esteem?
well, yeah, that.
From me having self-esteem issues previously?
That, yeah. And just,
Mental state?
yeah.
How do you think I've handled pregnancy compared to what you were worried about?
Much better than I expected.
Yeah. Okay, so before she falls asleep on us, we're gonna go ahead and end this and hope that we got enough interesting footage.
Yeah. Night.
Bye!